to the still no name.
As yet unknown, no name, unnamed Sunday show. God, it's Sunday. I love this being able to just film it in your bed.
Yeah, oh my God, we've got so much. Just forget about telly this morning.
Can we just film it all in our bed?
No, we've got so much going on today. I'm making a gorgeous salt and pepper chicken fake-away Chinese with egg fried rice. Perfect if you've got a hangover, or perfect for lunch, or perfect for supper later.
Your dad's coming over to tell us why he's called Teddy.
Yeah, we get to find out why it's called
I've always wanted to actually know why.
Yeah. I've got a gorgeous chocolate salted caramel mousse I'm going to show you how to make.
Ooh.
Maddie and Kiki are divinely gorgeous, telling us all about what's cool on the internet.
Nanny Di doesn't understand a thing that's going on.
It's all good.
I'm going to be telling you about the latest book I've read, which I think you should read. What else is there? There's something else. Oh, it's the newspapers. I've got to go and buy them.
Mark, get up, quick, go and get dressed.
Supposed to get the programme started, but Nadia's taking bloody ages to get up. I've got a dish to show you. I literally don't have to get on the show. I've got the shows ready there, just ready to tweak and edit. I'm not entirely convinced she's going to get up in time or we're going to be able to get this show to you. What do you think, Toss? What do you think, Toss? What do you think? I can hear her. Can you hear her? I can hear her. Wait. Mads!
Oh my God!
Come on, what is going on?
She made me jump out of my skin.
Seriously, I've got to go and get the papers and we've got to do all the links, we've got to get everything ready. What is wrong with you?
It's a whole lot better when we weren't given a time. Quick,
Bloody hell! It's taking...
my foot! And as if by magic, I'm already gorgeous and ready for TV. Just looking through the papers to get some juicy headlines and some tidbit, chi-chi. But now you're going to see me cooking a gorgeous salt and pepper chicken fake-away Chinese with egg fried rice. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
I think so. Go on, lie down. Lie down. Our avocado man.
I know, he's so sweet, isn't he? I bought that for Kiki at Christmas because I was like, I wish I was still buying them toys. This is our morning after the night before dish. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a takeaway the next morning if I've got a bit of a hangover. So this works really well if you have, or if you just fancy a takeaway and you can't be asked to pay for it, order it, wait for it. This is my little fake away. If cooking chicken, especially chicken breast, cut it small. So that's only 2 chicken breasts.
You don't get a lot of chicken on a chicken
No,
breast.
that's a lot. That's the lot. So that's 2 chicken breasts.
I thought you didn't get a lot of chicken.
So 2 chicken breasts, and that really is enough for 4 people. I am going to put... Oh, blimey, hang on. This is when you miss being on telly with somebody else does all this for you. Hang on a minute. So if you're using 2 chicken breasts, half a tablespoon of chicken 5 spice. Have I told you what I'm cooking?
No.
Salt and pepper Chinese chicken with egg fried rice.
Why are you shouting?
I don't know.
It's so loud
See,
in my
again,
ears.
if we were on telly, we'd have had to start refilming all of that.
Well, in fact, I'm going to.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Strike.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm going to start again with Chi-Chi. It's ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense, does it, Chi-Chi? Chi-Chi? You got your esophagus. Okay.
Hello everybody, I'm making Chinese fake-away salt and pepper chicken. I've already cut my chicken small and added half a tablespoon of Chinese 5 spice. Is that better?
I don't know, I like this avocado as a presenter.
So a really good seasoning of salt. If you haven't got a good amount of salt, it might be a bit off. But if you're on a low salt diet, ignore me. But this is salt and pepper chicken. Lots of black pepper.
Is it like salt and pepper squid?
Yeah. Right, now I'm going to massage into the chicken so we've got all those flavours in.
Ooh.
That's that. Massage that in. Now I'm going to put it into my corn flour.
Ooh.
Because when we fry the chicken, that gives that nice,
Ooh.
you know, that nice sticky Chinesey thing. It's like this is what, it's almost like a batter. It gives that battered feeling.
Why are you taking bits out?
Because I'm putting them, because I put too much on and I'm not all getting, there you
Look
go.
at us, I haven't seen your beautiful face yet. Show us your face.
You could put the corn flour in a bag and give it a good shake. If you wanted to. Wash my hands. Okay.
I was going to get you a Christmas present, but you can avocado. No, that's all right.
Okay, so I have got some oil heating up that I've heated up nice and slowly. And I'm just going to cook the chicken a bit at a time. Obviously, if you've got a bigger wok, I'm keeping the bigger wok clean because I want to do the egg fried rice.
I've got a huge wok.
It won't take long because I've cut the chicken nice and small. And you see that corn flour will make it go all crunchy and crispy. So you're just cooking them until they're golden brown. I'll do this little batch. Obviously, if there's just one of you, just do one chicken breast, you'll be able to do it all in one go. If you've got a bigger wok, you can do more. But basically, you're not wanting to overcrowd the chicken, because if you put too much chicken in, then it will sweat rather than fry. Now, vegans and vegetarians, you can do all of this in exactly the same way with tofu, very firm tofu.
Can you tell a lot about a man by the size of his wok?
Okay, so we'll just do this batch and then you should go away and come back, couldn't you? Because it'd be a bit boring, people.
You could sing a song.
It wasn't the grass that tickled your ass, it was my finger. You always really laugh when I do that. Just, Mum, why do you always do that thing with your leg when you're singing? It's so embarrassing, you don't realise how awful you look. Finger. Just have used my bigger wok. You know what, you could cut it even smaller so they cook really quickly and then you're sure that they're cooked in the middle, yeah? Again, do not use olive oil. You can't get a high enough heat with it and it doesn't work with the Chinese. Who's that? So, look, cut it open, you see how it's cooked through, it's completely white, that's what we want. So that will go onto my kitchen paper, just drain the fat. And then do your next batch until you've got them all done.
Good.
Right guys, I changed pan. It was clearly ridiculous trying to do it in that little pan. So much quicker. That's so quick. I just tried a bit. It's absolutely delicious. That corn flour makes it really nice and crispy. Little tip actually, once you've rolled your chicken in the corn flour, don't let it sit because the moisture from the chicken will ruin the corn flour. It will soak in, you won't get that nice crispy. Look at that lovely crispy edge we've got now. Spring onion, yum, red pepper, and I would normally add some chilli, but my mum's going to come over and try this, my mum and dad, and my mum hates chilli. So I'm not going to put it in, but a bit of green chilli or fresh red chilli, or if you haven't got that, just some dried chilli. Ooh, it'll just make it boom, boom. But extra black pepper. You want more pepper in now. You want more salt in now. Put another half a tablespoon of 5-spice, I'm guessing, because I can't be bothered to measure that out. Wow. Mark, how good does that smell?
I can't smell anything.
Woo! Mark, how good does that smell?
Can't smell anything.
No, say you can.
Oh, I can smell it.
It's not very good, is it?
Smells gorgeous.
Right, chicken back in. Oh, and imagine that with some, you could add a garlic with that, chilli as I say, delicious. There I've got my warm plate, you've got to catch up with me or it'll burn. And we're going to just put that like that. I would have put it on top of my egg fried rice, but I've got nowhere else to put the chicken. That would look nicer for a photo, but we'll do that now. We'll make it look pretty in a minute. So my wok is gorgeously hot now for me to do my egg fried rice. Pan's a little bit mucky. We don't care. We want to use the same pan. So, again, don't use olive oil. You need oil that will go... The best oil, actually, is groundnut oil. I'm just using sunflower oil. So, into that, I'm going to put my rice. Very, very important when you're doing egg fried rice that you use cooked and cold rice. If you try and do it with hot rice, you'll just get a sticky hot mess. So I've got 500 grams of rice into the hot oil, 2 packets. It's a great way to use leftover rice, but I didn't have any for today, so I'm just doing it this way. Ah! Actually, Mark, go away until I've got it all bashed up. I should have bashed that up before I started showing everyone. Go away and in a minute it'll be lovely. Right, now Mark always laughs at me about this, guys, but rice can kill. So it's really, really, really important that every single grain of rice is hot. Properly hot, not warm, hot.
What do you do? Check each one?
Well, you'll know, I mean, that's fiercely hot, so I know that's okay. So now we're going to do our egg fried bit. So I've got 2 eggs, and I've got a very good pinch of salt in there, and I'm just going to add it to my rice. I have to move quickly because otherwise it will all stick. Sorry, Martin, that's a nightmare to film. But if there's any Chinese people watching me, I apologise. It wouldn't be as good as yours, but it's all right. It's all right. It's just all right. And don't forget, this is the morning after the night before rice. So it's good enough. Wow, yum. See how quickly the rice is cooked? Then I like to add a little bit of spring onion and, naughty but nice, a little sprinkle of sesame oil for a little extra taste. Just a little. But you don't have to do that at all, at all. Right, that's almost ready. I'm going to plate it up and ring my mum. Mum? Yeah. Do you want to come and try salt and pepper fried chicken with egg fried rice? Yeah. Is Dad there? Bring Dad, because it's his Teddy Talks time. Is Dina in? Yeah, bring Dina. Yeah, bring them all. Come on, it's ready. All right, see you in a minute. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, as I said, it's not the most beautiful looking Chinese dish you've ever seen, but wow, look at that. And you saw how easy it was. Blooming lovely, if I say so myself. Look at that. Whoa. Hurry up, Mum. Hurry up, Dad. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You need to try it. Oh, no. Can't try it, can I?
Why?
Not vegan, is it?
Well, it's your own stupid fault.
Shit. To be honest, it looked really rubbish on that plate, so we think we've made it quite Instagrammable now. What do you reckon?
It looks gorgeous.
Oh my God, it's so good. Try a bit, Mark. Try that crispy bit.
Mmm.
Yum. So all the family's here. Dina, do your sad face. We can't have any because we're vegans.
Plant-based.
Plant-based for
Plant-based.
January.
But how good is Dina looking for veganery?
She feels good though.
Yeah, you look good.
Oh, thanks.
Ah.
Looks good, feels good.
Look at those 2 little faces. They've come
Thank
to the
you.
bar. Right, even if you don't like it, say you do.
Smells lovely. Is that not chilli?
It looks beautiful.
No chilli, I didn't put chilli in. Because of you, Mum.
Gosh, it looks lovely.
What is this, chicken?
What do I get?
Huh?
Oh, I've got something for you actually.
Oh, oh.
Oh, oh, it's lovely.
Oh,
So good, isn't it?
how did you cook the rice?
Fried it with egg.
Tastes barbecued to me. It's lovely.
Is the rice pre-cooked?
Sesame oil.
And then fried with egg.
That's why I would put the sesame oil on.
But guys, you know, just tasting it there, because you have to, even though I'm a vegan. It's really important that you put the right amount of salt in. You know, if you're using 2 chicken breasts, you need, God, a very good pinch of salt. I know that should be illegal, but...
Is it chicken breast?
Yeah.
Well, it's a lovely way of doing it. Because normally I don't like chicken breast.
Ah,
Yeah.
you're a thigh man.
Yeah,
Not really.
absolutely.
What are you doing here?
So I have just opened the old malt cider because Dina is going to try it for us.
Alcohol-free, Dean.
Free.
Alcohol-free.
It's the weekend. I'm not alcohol-free
Oh.
the weekend.
Ah,
Get us some proper cider.
this is a really inappropriate glass for the kind of drink, but I love this glass.
Oh,
look, it's
that's
pink.
A cider
It's
glass.
very
Oh,
pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
It smells like penicillin.
I'm going to put yours in a baby
Does smell
shampoo.
quite medicinal, doesn't it?
No, like old-fashioned penicillin.
Oh, it does a bit. Yeah, oh, it smells of cherries and strawberries.
That used to be pink as well.
You know what? This would be nice with a splash of gin.
It doesn't need to say cider in it. It needs to say fizzy Ribena, and that's
Oh.
what it is.
Did you try it?
Not good.
It's not good.
It's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, it's just a fizzy sweet drink.
So is it a horrible drink or just?
No, it's a nice
It's
drink.
a very pleasant drink,
but
but
it should not be called
cider.
by any.
because it's just a fizzy berry drink.
Smells like Tizer.
Can I have a taste?
Smells like Tizer.
It's like
Totally
penicillin.
Yeah, try it, Dad. Totally alcohol free.
It's nice actually.
non-alcoholic.
Yeah,
It's too
Where's the
sweet.
wine?
It needs a gin in it.
It does. That's disturbed my palate.
Nice, but
I like the taste,
What's the point?
but it's too sweet.
Nice, but what's the point?
But Dina's right. If it had a really strong apple flavour with it, you would think it was more cider.
Why would you call it cider when it hasn't even got apple in it?
That's my attitude to alcohol-free alcohol. What's the point?
I'm on the wine now.
You're on the real.
I'm on the wine now.
Really nice. I think it's time now for what we recorded yesterday with the girls. Maddie and Kiki pulled together the things that have made them giggle on the internet this week. Some of it we understood, didn't we, Mark?
Yeah,
Some of it we didn't.
neither did Nanny Die. We were
Nanny
talking
died
double Dutch.
either.
yeah. Gina,
Yeah.
can I have a drop of the wine, please? Thank you very much.
You can't have all that sweetness with that food. It's
No,
wrong.
that's lovely. Thank you, darling.
I love this part of the show where the girls show us things that have entertained them in the world of the internet. Or in internet world.
like you know what you're talking about.
No.
They don't
But
use the
you
word
know what?
internet.
It's really nice, guys, because a lot of you have said that you really love this bit because you get to find out stuff and you get to feel a bit cooler with your teenagers. So I'm being uncool so that you can feel cool. Go on then, Mads. Show me one.
Okay, so for people that have been watching Love Island, this will make sense. But if you've seen the series called You, it's about this guy that like stalks the people that he falls in love with like massively. But You season 3 promos week. It's Connor and Sophie from Love Island because he's like really obsessive over.
He is. Oh. Okay,
She's a bit
Kiki.
lovelorn.
I love this song because it reminds me of me. So it's like
Oh.
smile more, and then it's me. I am. And that's
Literally.
Oh, show that to Nanny Di. Show the picture. Oh.
Do y'all think bugs are born knowing they can walk up walls, or do they accidentally do it one day and go, yeah?
That is something to really ponder on. Did they know the second they were born? Wow, imagine finding
the
out you
moment of
climb up a
discovery.
wall.
Yeah, I just climbed a wall, dude.
Well, I like the look of this one, Cooks.
when you must up a screenshot and accidentally lock your phone, and all you can see is the reflection of failure staring back at you.
That's me every day. I found this. Wait, where has it gone? Okay, so me. I'm only staying out for one drink, guys. Also, me later that night. So it's on his phone, but it's the back of his phone. Look, and then they turn it round for him.
And then they turn it round for him.
Look, so you can see the screen is at the back. Oh. And then they...
That's a night after Loose Women.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Do you understand anything that's being said,
Some
Mum?
of it.
Oh, you understand some of
I find
it?
this video so funny.
Yeah. That's this
Hang
one.
on, let me come round.
It's for the way you look at me.
I love this video.
You listen to this one. The only one I see.
I freaking love it.
Oh.
Then when the guy you friend zoned is trying to move you.
Say again? I don't get that one.
So she's
The guy
friend
you
zoned him.
friend-zoned
She's made it clear that
Tries
he's a
to
friend.
move you.
And he kisses her, but he's a friend. He's
What
not.
does move you mean?
Move you emotionally.
No. Oh my God, you guys are so dumb.
Move you emotionally by
When you try and move someone, it's trying to, hook up.
Oh,
that's
what,
what I
move
mean.
them from friends?
Yeah,
to-
make a move. Make a move.
Not emotionally.
Not literally move, emotionally move
No, but
them?
to make a move on someone.
No, when you try and move someone, you're trying to
Get
in
them.
there.
Oh.
Make a move.
Make a move is what our generation would have called it.
Well, it's not quite make a move.
Okay.
But like,
There you go, Subs. You've learned something new for your
So,
teenagers.
Move, yeah. Okay, Cooks.
Me, why does my chest hurt? Google get in. So it's like saying that you're basically dead,
Get
so
in
just
the
get in the coffin.
And that really tickles you.
Oh
They're
my
dark, aren't they,
They're
Kiki?
very dark.
Yeah.
wait. That's sad.
Honey, have you been a good girl or a bad girl? Have you been a good girl or have you been a bad girl? Which one? Honey, you gotta answer. You've been bad. Oh, you've been bad. Oh, honey. Honey.
It's the way you just totally
So
shows
American
So
as well.
sweet, but the dog, it's so earnest. It's so earnest.
Kiki, you'll get this one, mate. My ex gets an A+ on a test. Me, oh, so you cheated on that too? The class.
Now, why do you find that funny? I don't understand.
us that.
Because it's
I
fake.
can't even explain
Show
it.
us
to
that
you.
No, try and explain
No, I
it.
literally
No,
can't.
but it's
Because if you
interesting-
think that moving someone is emotionally, then you're not going to
No,
understand.
no, but hang
me.
on. Try and explain it.
I literally can't. If you can't look at that and find it funny, then I can't explain
Let me
it
see
to
if I
you.
can find it funny.
My
The
ex
class.
gets an A+ on a test. Me, oh, so you cheated on that too?
Yeah.
The classroom
all
reacts
kind
like
of
that.
like-
They're like, see, that's what I mean. If you don't get it like that, then it's just not funny.
Are you with that one?
No.
You haven't seen the photo.
No, but even do you get it, Subs?
It's so funny.
Hang on, this looks sweet.
You snore too damn loud. If you don't snore tonight, I promise I will bring you to the beach tomorrow. Deal?
He nodded.
Oh, he went.
Show us that again.
You missed
Have
the
a-
nod,
no,
Mark.
Yeah,
I
you
was trying to get your reaction.
No, just do it again because you just need to be on it the whole time.
Oh! Oh! That's how you are when I ask you not to snore.
Dad, you'll find this funny. Trying to talk to your girl when she hasn't eaten yet.
¿Qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero?
No, listen.
Igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno canario? ¿Y de los ayuntamientos de la isla?
Show that to Nan.
You didn't get the end.
Sure,
You didn't get the end. You've got to
It's
stay
all
on
funny.
because then he runs away. Watch, it's funny.
Just, Nan, you come see it.
Yeah.
Just, you have to listen to the whole thing. Don't laugh until the end, guys.
¿Qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero? Pues igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno canario? ¿Y de los ayuntamientos de la isla? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero?
When your best friend's parents say you're not a guest anymore, your family. They won't get that, will they?
When your best friend's parents say you're not a guest anymore,
yeah.
your family.
No, that's funny.
Yeah. I saw
can
this
see
guy
that.
was walking his parrots on a leash and it's so funny.
Oh my god.
He's just running with
Is that even possible?
Yeah, somebody does that. Toots and Brent.
No, but
Oh
Nan,
my
look.
God, he's running and they're flying and they're on a lead.
It's so funny. It's how my life's going at the moment.
I mean, if you had enough of them, you could take off.
It's so funny. I love it. I'm talking to this boy and he's so nice. 1 week later.
Oh, my mistake. He's a wanker.
Name a better duo. So that's fries in the coffee and that's Oreo and Red Bull. So it goes, name a better duo. I'll wait. You and hell. Because you're going to hell for liking that joke.
No.
I was a bit scared then because I thought I better laugh. I was going to be annoyed.
I was nervously laughing too.
When you're about to make a point in class but someone gets in before you, you have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. You know that?
That's so funny. That one. I saw that.
That is, I've got to send that to Kay.
Kiki,
She will
you'll
love
get
that one.
this.
So, are we any wiser?
Any the wiser?
Any the wiser?
At all?
At all?
I feel very nervous and on edge.
Yes.
That if I don't laugh at the right bit, then
I did enjoy it. I love it though.
They're really
some of them
funny.
I get,
When
some
I
of them I
get them,
don't.
they're hysterical.
Some of them I
Dog
get.
finds bed uncomfortable. Dog spins around 20 times. Dog. Do you not get it?
No.
Because he's lost his patience. He's like, the dog.
I don't know.
The dog is
Bella,
uncomfortable in the
Be-
bed, so he spins around 20 times and it's still not working. So then he's like,
Bail out, bail out, bail out, bail out, bail out. Quick, go, keep going, and keep running. Bloody hell, I see what Maddie means. We've become the kind of family that uses post-it notes. Getting stuck everywhere. It's the newspaper section. What are you doing?
Well, I was going to start unloading the tree, but...
It's a big task.
I'm not. I'm going to put it back.
So you're loading the tree?
Yeah, I'm loading the tree. Let's have a look at what's in the papers.
Yeah. I hope there's some top-tastic ones like last week. You can't leave the trees. Just leave the trees, babe. Tree for all seasons. It's a tree for all seasons. Come on, let's get on with the news. Hello.
Hello. I bet you can't guess what's on the front of every single newspaper. Ah, yes, you can.
It was last week.
It's Harry and Meghan. And actually, we did a live last night responding to the new announcement from the Queen.
Go to
so
the main
you can check
channel.
that on the main channel. But I quite liked this. Harry clinched deal after night at the pub.
This isn't his Disney deal, is it?
So the deal that really hasn't gone their way, because when you think about it, they did kind of want to have their cake and eat it. They wanted to still carry on doing royal duties,
yes,
but be private. But they've been told, no, you can't do both. You can't be royal and be private.
So what happened in the pub? Oh, the deal he clinched with the Queen was in the pub.
No, he was in the pub. He was in the pub just hours before the announcement yesterday. He was in a pub in Fulham with 6 of his mates.
Oh, right.
And dressed in a grey polo shirt. I love the way the papers think that is so... They always say about me, adorned in bangles. I've never been adorned in anything in my life. I do find that funny. But anyway, the pub is owned by his old mentor, Mark Dyer. Ever heard of Mark Dyer before?
Oh, yes.
Oh, have you?
No.
Oh, right. So he owns the pub. And actually, we haven't known this before, he is one of the godparents, including Tiggy Pettifer, who was Harry's nanny.
Tiggy Pettifer?
Yeah, they are the godparents to Archie.
Do you think when you're extraordinarily wealthy, you feel you have a privilege to use letters in a different order for names?
Probably.
Tiggy. Well, on the Harry get...
I don't think she's wealthy, she's the nanny.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Tiggy, Tarquin, all these weird names. You get letters and you put them in an upper class order. Well, I think the Daily Star, not a paper I regularly read, nor that I necessarily politically support, but I think its front page headline is cracking. Harry gets air dryer off Queen.
What's that mean? Dryer?
Harry gets air dryer.
Look at the air, but what does that mean? Dryer?
Hair dryer.
Oh. I don't really get that.
Told to pay back for home. It's like when you get hair dried.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
You get hair dried.
Oh.
The Queen had the final say on Harry and Meghan's
then.
future last night,
That's
effectively
good.
cutting them out. Yeah. So
I've got it now.
I don't know. I quite like that. I mean,
I didn't know that was a thing where you'd get hair
I was looking
dried.
at all the papers to see how they were going to play with that headline, and that's the most inventive.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
thought we were
today.
going to get
Can I
loads.
just share with you? I just want to ask your opinion on this quickly before you go to your next one. Nick.
No, I just wanted to continue
sorry.
from that.
Oh, sorry.
Just to quickly, apparently, they want to keep Frogmore Cottage on, and they're going to pay back. He has offered to pay back the 2.2 million that we paid for, but it could cost them 360 grand a year in rent, and they'll probably very rarely be there.
Cost them, or they'll take in.
No, they've got to pay. It's owned by the Queen.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
But have you not heard this morning they're looking at getting 25 million from Oprah?
Yeah, for a 6-part series on mental health.
I think that's quite something. Is that everything to do with Harry and Meghan? I mean, it's everywhere today.
Oh, no, I have got something with Meghan.
Okay, what's the
and
headline?
Harry.
What's that title? I do love a good title. Queen orders a hard Mexit. That's a cracking headline.
Oh, I thought we had that last year.
Queen orders a hard Mexit.
Hard Mexit. There is one just little quick one here that we did mention on our live yesterday, and it just does tickle me. When they went to the last Disney film, which was The Lion King, wasn't it, premiere, Harry was caught on a microphone saying she'll tackle any voiceover work, just not Scar. Then she said, we're here to pitch. Could have been just a bit of banter.
Yeah.
But what we discover in the paper today, that this is the head of Disney telling his wife, look at the look on her face.
Bob Iger.
And she actually said, I had no idea she was up for voiceover work. We're very interested.
Bob Iger's no fool.
Bob Iger,
Bob Iger
head of
is
Disney.
no fool.
I
That
thought
is
was
funny. That is very funny. Well, I love that. Yeah, mix it. Do you call it mix it?
Hard mix it.
Sort of staying kind of with the establishment. What do you think of this? Nick Ferrari is going bonkers, literally, in the paper about the raising money for Big Ben to go bong.
it's £500,000. We've got people having to have poverty boxes. What is it they call them?
I think it's an absolute outrage. And also, let's not forget, look, we accept that we're Brexiting.
Yeah.
Isn't it a little bit like standing on the top of Big Ben and going,
yeah, I just think it causes division. Yeah. Remainers, we were Remainers, we accept it. And now we really hope that's the best thing for the country and we stand behind it. But I just think it's a terrible waste of money.
If we're going to get outraged...
Send it to Australia.
Absolutely. If we're going to get outraged about the Harry and Meghan's Frogmore, really $250,000 to go bong... That is
ridiculous.
So archaic. It makes me go bonkers. Get it?
So I absolutely love this story. In the Mail again. Swinging back into fashion, the grass with a risque image.
Oh, let's
I always used to say this to Mark right from when I first knew him.
Oh, Pampas
grass was a sign that there were swingers in the house.
I mean, my grandparents were swingers.
Parent swapping. They had massive, all around there, they had Pampas grass.
There's swingers everywhere.
But anyway, they have made a comeback. People are now wanting Pampas grass in every way, shape or form.
Because they're swingers?
Because apparently, because the sales really slumped after these rumours. But they're saying that it wasn't true. It was an urban myth. It was an urban myth. And they think that maybe this generation were either unconcerned by that urban myth or simply don't know it. I reckon people are going to start planting it. The myth's going to come up again and people are going to start removing it.
Yeah, I never realised it was a real thing.
So it was a real thing.
So it's an absolute sign that if there's one in your garden, knock on the door, you can have a bit of missus.
That was the urban myth.
Right. I bloody hope that wasn't going on with my grandparents.
We don't know whether it's true.
I didn't wonder who all those people were coming and going from the garage. Here's a story. On our main channel, we've been talking on our vlogs about the outrage with some of our subs regarding the cost of watching television in hospital. But this story just struck me. It's not a funny one. It's a sick bed call rate rip-off. They are phone calls from hospital beds at 78 pence a minute.
No.
78 pence a minute.
That's shocking.
And apparently the
Here you
organisation...
go. $500,000 they want to spend on Big Ben. But maybe donate it to people that are sick in bed that can't phone their family.
And this is my problem. I simply can't get my head round how you can charge people captive in their beds and their loved ones captive going to visit them anything for anything, if this is supposedly the NHS.
Well, I think for costs, because the National Health can't afford, but I think to make money out of sick people is just... shocking.
No, but we have this idea that the NHS is free. You pay for your prescription. It isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't free.
Yeah.
It isn't free. Okay, what have you got next?
I thought we'd do a bit of ridiculous celebrity spends.
Please. I like a bit of that.
So this is a high society wedding. I believe that this woman, what's her name? Dasha Zukova. She was the former wife of billionaire Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich.
Oh, yeah. She got head of Chelsea.
So she's had this wedding up in the Alps.
Right.
All these very fancy people at the wedding. It's rumoured... just 1 second. It's rumoured that her dress was probably in the region of £100,000. You can't see much of that. No. But it was more the coats of the guests that I was interested. Stella McCartney, 2,620 quid.
She looks like Chewbacca.
It is horrible.
She looks like Chewbacca, but old, with grey hair.
And the thing is, it's going to make anybody look really big, that, isn't it?
Yes.
Another one here. 3,800, ex-wife of media mogul Rupert Murdoch. Now, she's wearing an Italian brand called Todd's. Just need to finish reading it, sweetheart. An Italian brand, Todd's. 3,800 quid. Look at it. It's a ski jacket.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, don't you just love it? But could you spend that much money even if you were a billionaire?
No, I couldn't. I can't. I struggle to spend 50 quid on a piece of clothing because you just sort of think it's a piece of clothing. Yeah. I just, the idea that we don't live in a split society is ridiculous. Yeah. Right. I can't get no satisfaction in rehab. Ronnie Wood says, and this is an interesting topic this week, seeing this story has cropped up a couple of times. Stone Ronnie rip-off rant. Rolling Stones legend Ronnie Wood has slammed drug rehab clinics as a rip-off, claiming that he did several stints that are only interested in making money and may even want addicts to slip up. Now, this is a really intriguing and close to my heart topic because I have first-hand experience of people who've gone into rehab And I have had to work hard with the doctors and the medical team to insist that they're not medicated into complete oblivion. I'm not exaggerating when I say I have seen situations which have reminded me of the plot in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I've got friends the same's happened.
Where you get trapped within the system.
So careful that you go to the right rehab. That's
so
for sure.
with that crazy photo, I've met Ronnie Wood briefly. He's not wrong. I hate to say it, he's not wrong, and this is something that we may be looking into.
But there are really good ones.
That's not to say there are good ones.
And the one Mark went to saved his life.
Yeah, and it's not to say that you shouldn't seek help with some of them, but what I'm saying is, like with all things, there are good and there are bad. There are crack bottoms.
Oh look, Sunday Mirror have gone with the Queen orders a hard Mexit.
We've just done that.
2. No, I haven't done this one yet.
That's the headline I held up.
Yeah, but it was for the Sun, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, okay, it's the Sun. I thought we were looking at the Sun. Okay, so I have got, what's my next one? This makes me so sad, but at the same time, it warms my heart.
Oh, what's this?
This is Scott, Barbara Windsor's partner. She doesn't realise where we are, even when we're in the house. She'll ask me, when are we going home? I just have to tell you about a little bit about Scott.
So I'm being visual here because I'm just wanting to
Scott is the nicest man you will ever meet. What you see is what you get. And he has just been so adorable. I mean, horrendous what Barbara is going through. But you know, if you had to look, where is the blessing? She is so blessed to have Scott, who is so committed to her. It's exhausting for him. Obviously, you know, I was in EastEnders at the same time as Barbara. We used to go out a lot and have a lot of fun together. He's also in recovery. He doesn't drink. Yeah. He's really an incredible guy. A really good egg. And he's going to do everything he can. He said, I just take my life one day at a time, and I'm going to keep her at home for as long as I can. So Barbara and
true
Scott,
selflessness.
my sweet.
True selflessness in sickness and in health.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a frippery story, but look at this. So when you're next waiting for a train and you're wondering where it is and you're wondering why it's so crowded, you could perhaps ask yourself why there's been a train service in a part of Britain that's run for 14 years without a single passenger getting on board.
Good God. Really?
A rail service is to be axed after failing to pick up a single passenger for 14 years. Get your head round that.
I can't.
So did the train...
I can't get my head round it.
Did the train driver not tell anyone? Guys, there's no one getting on the train. For 14 years. Every weekday at 8:15, a train leaves Newhaven Marine Station, making 7 stops on its 45-minute run to Brighton with no one on board.
I can't come to terms with it. But I love the idea that there's this guy, maybe he was one of those boys that just loved his train set. And maybe he didn't want to tell anyone because maybe they'd take his train set away.
It's kind of sweet, but I'm sure that all the passengers on Hove platform or Brighton platform are thinking, can you put the bloody money on this train here? Okay, you might have seen on the movie side of our channel, we did a trailer reaction to Daniel Radcliffe's new film. And I love a puntastic headline. And they're very few and not many on the ground today. But here's one. It's Harry Squatter.
What's that?
Harry Potter taking a shit on the toilet. It's great though. It's Harry Squatter.
What's it for?
It's his new film, Guns Akimbo, where he wakes up having guns nailed into his hands and he can't take them off.
I wonder if... Oh, that's disgusting. I wonder if this is something... Guys,
Harry
you know that
Squatter,
the lovely film that the editor Gabby Ruse made for Mark and I, with me screaming Mark. She posted something on her Instagram with him yesterday saying, I can't believe I got the chance to edit this. I can't say anything yet.
Oh, do you think she might have edited the
something
trailer?
To do with it,
oh
maybe.
My God. Blimey,
Yeah.
Gabby, tell us.
Have we got time for one more?
Yeah, give us one more.
My dear friend Linda Robson and my dear friend Syra Khan is talking about her in her column today.
Yeah.
Now, it was all very strange for us over the last year because, of course, everyone kept asking about Linda and we couldn't say anything because she was very unwell and obviously we were protecting her. But since then, last week she came on to Loose Women and she explained a lot of what was going on. She'd basically had extreme OCD, which was triggered by all sorts of different things. But basically, she started to self-medicate with alcohol and prescription medication, we saw a bit of what she went through, and I can only describe it as a living hell, and it broke all of our hearts. So I just want to say it's so brilliant having her back on top form, and she was back on the show just as a guest panelist again, on just as a normal panelist on Friday, and it was such a lovely day with her.
I bet.
So yeah, so
if
you've missed that, she's been ill, but she is back on full form, and we love you, Linda.
2 very final facts for the younger viewers. Did you know that the the most depressing place for young women in this country, where women are suffering the most, is Blackpool. Blackpool is the hardest place in the UK to grow up as a girl. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Good
yeah,
God.
Blackpool. But due to poverty, and again, it's just a reminder of the north-south divide that we all like to think, and in London, it's very easy to forget about. And finally, from me, Generation Z, forget Instagram. Apparently, young people in their mid-20s to 30s, there is a massive increase in flower arranging.
Really?
Yeah, like massive. 30% increase. It's becoming the new big thing.
Wow.
Once upon a time, flower arranging was the preserve of the 50s, but now it's the favourite for Instagram followers, with young women and men flocking to it, apparently.
Is it time to have a Chinese now?
I don't know what it's time for, and I don't know where we're going, but let's go there.
I think it might be salt and pepper chicken fake away with egg fried rice.
Do you think?
I think so.
No, that's right at the beginning of the show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
The girls. We haven't been to the teens yet.
No, we've been to the teens.
Teddy.
No, I think it might be your...
Chocolate mousse.
It might be the mousse.
Salted caramel chocolate mousse.
You see, we're in total control of this running order. What we do?
So we are doing chocolate mousse. Very, very easy chocolate mousse. And I realised, this is the way my mum used to make it, that I haven't made this probably since I was 16. But, as I was saying on one of the vlogs the other day, I got Michelle, our mate and helps us with all our social media, to check out what was most trending last weekend. What you guys wanted to get a recipe for, what you fancied most. And one of the things, top one was chocolate parfait, but the second one was an easy chocolate mousse. So I will deliver what the United Kingdom was searching for last weekend. So you can melt the chocolate in the microwave. Just keep checking it every 30 seconds and stirring it. But I like doing it the old-fashioned way, which is with a bain-marie.
Who is bain-marie?
A bain-marie, it means a bath of something.
Oh, a bain of Marie.
Yeah. So just see how little water I've got there. This is actually a proper bain-marie bowl. But basically, you don't want the water, I'm going to turn that off now. You don't want the water to touch the pan, and you mustn't get even the tiniest drop of water into the chocolate, because it will seize, go hard basically, and then you won't be able to use it. Look at me, I'm even using a metal spoon. Can you remember, Mark, with all the stuff that we filmed over the years, cookery stuff, can you remember why we use a metal spoon instead of a wooden spoon when we're stirring chocolate?
I do, Miss Sawalha.
Why?
Because a wooden spoon can hold water and liquid within the grain.
Yeah, and then that can seize your chocolate. And anyone that's ever had that happen with chocolate, there's nothing you can do. You can't like bung it in the microwave to make it soft. No, it'll be ruined. So in here I've got 120 grams, just see, of 70% solid dark chocolate. So I'm just going to leave that there and come over here to whisk up my egg whites. So 120 grams of chocolate, 4 medium-sized eggs, egg whites, with just a teeniest pinch of sugar. Now, when you're whisking egg whites, lots of things are very important. Usually I would do it in this. Don't ever try and do it in a plastic bowl. Do it in a very clean bowl, because any grease in the bowl will stop the egg whites fluffing up. Start on a slower speed and then whisk up. This sounds like a lot of information, but look, you see how easy it is. I actually wiped the bowl with a little lemon juice to make sure there was no grease at all, so that it would whisk up nicely. So I'm just whisking it to soft peaks, which means we're nearly there. Soft peaks, I'm going to show you. Come in the bowl.
I beg your pardon.
So that's just soft peaks. It's not hard, it's just soft peaks. A little bit more. You don't have to add sugar. If you don't want to add sugar at this point, you don't. You'll just have, if you really like the flavour of dark chocolate, then don't add sugar. But Mark hates it, so I'm going to add a bit of sugar. So, a couple of big teaspoons, because we don't want it super sweet. But you could add up to a couple of tablespoons if you wanted it. But this is what's going to make my mousse all lovely and light and fluffy. That's what you want. Gorgeous.
Hold it over your head.
No, because I haven't got it that stiff. I don't want it, it would fall out.
I'm
It's
stiff.
not like we're making meringue. Now, I'm going to put my egg yolks in. And I want to get them in really fast and stir them because I don't want them to get into lumps. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Just get them in really quickly. And that thickens up the chocolate. And guess what? We have almost made our mousse.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So now I'm going to add...
Welcome to our drawer.
Whoops. About a third of my...
Why'd you do
egg
that?
white, just to get it mixed in first,
right.
And then the next lot I'm going to fold in a bit. Because I'm mixing that in to loosen it up, but the next lot I'm going to be more gentle with it because I want to keep the air in the mousse.
Did you do this with Nutella?
No.
Does it have to be dark chocolate?
Do you know what? That's a good question. I think if you wanted it... Now, you can do a milk chocolate mousse, but what I would probably do if I was making a milk chocolate mousse, I would probably add some cream to it. So now I'm going to put the rest of my egg whites in. I'm just going to fold it in. And fold it in.
Find it therapeutic?
Cooking.
Yeah.
Love it. I mean, it depends what situation you're in, doesn't it? If it's like frantic and everyone's starving and the dogs are going crazy, but if I've just actually got the time to just like get into it.
What if your husband's got his hand on your butter?
No, don't do that.
Oh.
That's not mindful, is it? Oh, that is lovely. Look at that. I'm going to be quiet and you can just go into the chocolate, Mark. See how carefully I'm stirring it because I don't want to knock out all that air. I want lovely, fluffy mousse.
What do I say? A couple of tumbler glasses.
Yeah. And we're ready. The mousse is made. Obviously, it's got to go in the fridge. I'm not sure whether I'll get 4 out of these. Now, this is the bit I'm really rubbish at, is not getting it on the side of the glass. Because actually, these glasses are bigger than I would normally use for this. So I have to get my spoon in. This might be a bit boring. Do you want to come back later?
No, it's fine.
I want to watch it. Ooh. Ah, got it on the side. Ooh. Oh, I hate that. Oh my God, it does smell good. It's taking me back to the 70s. Please don't do what I'm doing and drip it everywhere. This is where I'm rubbish. Oh, bottoms. It's all gone round the edge. How am I going to make that look nice enough for Instagram? Oh, bottom. Because now when you try and smooch it off, oh, I'm just going to make 2. Can't be bothered to do it in 4. I'm not going to lie, you could speed it up a bit by putting it in the freezer. But you've got to be really careful you don't freeze it because it will ruin it. Obviously, I'm being really fancy with this. You know me, this is not the real me. It's honestly because I want to get a nice picture. But to get that smear off, what you use is a teeny bit of vinegar on your kitchen paper, and it will make sure it will ensure there are no smears. So, chocolate mousse, first stage done. You could put a little bit of vanilla if you wanted in there, or you could put a little splash of coffee, if you fancy coffee flavoured chocolate. You could, another thing you could do is you could put salted caramel at the bottom, and then, oh, should we put a bit of salted caramel on the top afterwards?
Could you put alcohol in them?
Yeah, rum. Rum would be lovely.
Oh, rum and raisin. Could you put raisins in them?
No. Well, you could. You could. Why not? Yeah, why not? Chocolate,
Rum and raisin mousse.
raisin. There we go. Couple of hours. There we go.
What are you doing?
Just whisking some double cream to put on the top.
Is that important?
You don't have to have cream, but it's nice. I like cream with chocolate. Oh, look at that. I've decided to go a bit naughty, guys, and add some salted caramel. Obviously, you don't have to do this. So I'm literally just going to plop that into the middle of the mousse. Now, that mousse took maybe 3 hours, 2-3 hours to set. It really does depend on your fridge. So what I would say is if you've got people coming around for dinner or something, allow 4 hours just in case your fridge isn't as cold as mine. Because you know it depends how much you've got in your fridge and all of that. But it can take between 2 and 4 hours to set. Look at that. How rude is that? Look at that. See how I've whisked that cream till just soft. I don't want it really stiff because I want it and I've put some vanilla in. You could put a teeny bit of sugar, but I wouldn't because I've got salted caramel. Look at that. Billowing cream.
2 of my favourite words involved with this whole recipe, billowing and stiff.
Mark. Okay, so again, you don't have to put the cream, you don't have to put any of this. This is just being a little bit fancier. Because Mark prefers milk chocolate, I'm just going to put a little bit of grated chocolate. You could put a flake.
You could just crumble a flake.
You could crumble a flake onto it. And again, you don't have to have any chocolate. Do you want to hear it go? Do you want to hear it go?
Do the sound again.
Look at that, guys. So you've got lovely fluffy chocolate mousse, salted caramel and cream. I can't have any of this. I'm doing veganuary.
You've got to. You've got a cookery show.
Oh my God. I'm not kidding. Why haven't I been making this all the time?
Why are you hiding it behind your hand?
I'm trying to show everybody
Yeah,
it.
but you're hiding it. What's that sound?
My jaw. Open your mouth.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The girls are going to love that.
Where have we gone? What's happening next?
Books.
Now we're going to hear all about the book that Mark's been reading.
Any ideas?
Toffee, what are you reading at the moment? She's not moving. Toffee?
Ooh.
So guys, it's that time of the week. I'm going to share with you the book of the week.
The Wall by John Lancaster.
It's kind of a funny name, isn't it? You thought Philip should say Lancaster, but it's Lanchester. So yes, The Wall. Last week, Nanny Died did 1984.
Yeah.
And
we loved it because loads of you said you were going to reread it.
yeah, and I think there's room for classics. I do worry sometimes that books just fade away because people don't keep reading them. And the irony of this book, The Wall, is that, what does it say at the top there?
It says, a 1984 for our times.
what
this
is
is one
that?
you've been telling me about where people have to patrol the wall.
Exactly.
Oh my God, it sounds so freaky. I don't know if I can read this.
So if I say The Wall, what do you immediately think of?
I think of, we're going to build a wall, we're going to build a big wall. Or I think of the wall between Israel
And Palestine,
and the West Bank.
Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall.
So walls are always a sign of division, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now this, I have to say, now if you haven't heard of this is such an accessibly written book. If I had the time, and only because, you know, there's so many other things constantly impinging, I could have easily read this in one sitting.
Oh, okay.
It's like an ice cream scoop going through, you know, ice cream smoothly. It's so easy to read. It's not very, he's not big on emotional language, but he portrays a sort of, I'm going to say Kafkaesque, but that's kind of like a slightly sort of dystopian, worrisome future where we are all required as young men and young women to spend 2 years doing sort of almost like military service.
Patrolling the wall to make sure that the
others, they're called the others, don't get in. Now, it's set in Britain. The wall is around the perimeter of Britain.
And are people coming because they want water and food?
It's never made entirely clear.
Immigrant
It is, and it's a sort of conflation of there's the migrant problem, but it's inferred that there's been a happening, an occurrence on the planet.
So, I mean, it's so creepy.
And the occurrence feels like it's an environmental occurrence. Because I won't give away what happens, but 2/3 of the way through the book, we get a very different perspective. For the majority of the book, you're on the wall, and you're in the headspace of the numb, crunching, mind-crunching boredom of just patrolling this wall, not knowing when you're going to be attacked or when someone's going to come over the top. So you've got that element of World War I in there, military service.
And how far in the future are we?
It doesn't specify. But the thing about it is, it makes you think. It makes you think about the future we are possibly heading towards with our kids. They talk about not having a free view of the horizon. They talk about not being able to see the sea unless you go so far inland you stand on a hill. And when you look out, you can see the sea.
So it's not a cheery one?
It's not a cheery one, but it's incredibly captivating.
You've been loving it.
Yeah, and it would make a fabulous TV series. I mean, it really would, a sort of Netflix series. And there is a whole section in the book where you are on the sea.
It almost has a feel of The Prisoner. Do you remember The Prisoner?
Yeah. A bit like that.
From the 50s.
Because
everybody's locked in, isn't there? And everybody has to do.
That's
right.
And
didn't you say if anybody lets one of the others in, then they have to become another?
Yeah, so the crucial part of this all is that you are patrolling, no matter how good you are or how good you've been. If on your patrol any others get over the wall and get an escape and get into, say, this country, they will then court-martial the whole group and a number of people will be sent to the sea.
Oh, it's horrible!
The equivalent to who have got in. And that's kind of done without any kind of consideration as to whether it's just or not. It's a numerical fact. And it's kind of edge of your seat stuff. It really is edge of your seat stuff. It's cracking. It's a cracking read. Okay. But it's bleak. It's bleak, but it's not sort of emotionally bleak. It's just like, it makes you think about life. It makes you think about the future. It makes you think about migrants. It makes you look at boats with people on it and how we think of them as others. And I think in this time of Brexit and everything else, as we become more of a sort of island closed in, it's an intriguing read.
There you go.
Have I sold it to you?
It might leave me a bit edgy.
Bit edgy.
You might like my one next week.
Oh, yeah.
So where are we going now?
That's a good question. I think we're going to...
Chocolate
where are we going to?
Or to the kids? Or to Teddy?
We're going to...
We wrote this down.
I can't actually remember.
So let's just do this and then you'll be wherever we're supposed to be next. This is Teddy Talks.
I like that title.
It's Maddie's idea.
Yeah? We can explain that.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, as you know, my name is Nadim. And
I don't think many people do know it's Nadim.
Yeah. My name is Nadim, and years ago, Bobby started calling me Ned.
Was there a reason for that?
No, just short, Ned.
Yeah.
And people would hear it as Fred, but we stuck to Ned until our first grandson was born, Zach. And we got to know each other, and he heard my name as being Ned. And then for some reason, he decided it should be Ted. And then I think one of your children, I can't remember whether it is Maddie or Kiki, came along and said, Ted? No, I think Teddy would be nice. Teddy. So Nadim travelled through the years from Nadim to Ned, to Ted, to Teddy.
Oh, I love that.
And the funny thing is, everybody calls him Teddy now.
Everyone calls you Teddy.
Yeah, I love it. I have my brother back in Jordan. He can't understand that. He says, what's all this Ned, Ted, Teddy, Your name is Nadim. I said, it doesn't matter. If I change my identity, it's fun to change your identity, So why stick to Nadim and Ned? And he was very upset about changing my name. from Ned to Teddy.
Why? Because he thinks there's a lack of respect.
Well, yeah, it's sort of a loss of something.
An informality.
Yeah, instead of feeling that you have gained something, a new dimension to your personality. Yeah. Because identity travels with us, changes as we change, you know? And I was pleased with that idea. Anyway, here we are, Teddy.
And I love that somewhere in there was Fred.
Fred.
En route.
One day a friend of mine, he was a writer, and he rang me one evening. I remember it very clearly. And Bobby said, "Ned, it's Paul for you." And I came on the line and he said, "Are they calling you Fred?"
I love that there's been sort of confusion around your name.
Yeah.
There's something quite...
Yeah.
That's quite life-affirming, isn't it?
Because, this fellow who knew me as Nadim suddenly is baffled by the fact that I'm being called Fred.
What does a name mean? Is it quite important maybe in the Middle East? What
My name? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a great name. I love it. It's a very popular name in Arabic literature. The Nadim is a very important person in society. The Nadim is the companion, and mainly a drinking companion.
Really?
You see, yeah. I mean, the Caliph Harun Rashid in Baghdad, he always had a Nadim.
Wow.
And poetry has been written about, "Ya Nadimi, come and share with me the drink for this evening." You know?
Do you think that's informed your personality at all?
It has.
Yeah.
Or I probably shifted my psychology from basically isolationist to a Nadim, who is a companion. I probably found it more convenient to become a companion than to be an isolated kind of person. Because the Nadim is the man who will keep you company, he will tell you lovely stories, and if you have a good bottle of wine, he'll share it with you.
I thought it was good to say he'll have it off you.
Yes.
I think you dodged the... do you think there are many Nadims that are alcoholics?
At one time, I think in Baghdad, there were a lot of us dragging our bodies around the taverns, you know. There was a wonderful poet called Abu Nuwas, and I think he was a very big and jolly drinker in Baghdad, 15th, 16th century. And I think he had a lot of loose ends, you know. And he was always calling, "Ya Nadimi, come over, have another one."
I love that.
So I should imagine there was a lot of us in Baghdad in the 16th century. I should imagine. Yeah.
I think you grow into a name as well, don't you?
I think it is true. I agree with you.
Yeah. I think a name, you think a name's fixed, but it kind of changes with your life, and you change with it in a weird way.
I really think so. Because I wasn't born a good Nadim. I had to grow into it. With a lot of effort, by the way. But once I got into it, I settled down nicely. Yeah.
So guys, we started earlier this morning and we've ended later. So God only knows when you get this, but we've recorded this minutes ago to when you're watching it, if you know what I mean.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. We've just seen your dad. He's just been explaining.
Oh, he's so lovely. He's so lovely.
He makes me want to punch myself repeatedly in the face with a sort of fist with spikes on it. That's because he's so cute. Go on.
I'm just making pancakes for Nadia.
Has it gone well for you this show?
I've loved it.
Yeah?
Have you loved it? Let us know.
Let us know what
if
you
there's
think.
something else you'd like us to add to it.
We might have to reconsider this 11:30 slot. We keep, even though we're going at full.
We'll stop talking and let's get it done.
Right.
Try the recipes, they're really good, guys.
There you go. See you soon.